In a small village nestled beneath the towering Himalayas, there lived a young man named Arjun. Life had not been kind to him. His father had died when he was a child, leaving his mother to toil in the fields alone. Arjun grew up helping her, but the harvests were meager, and the village elders mocked his dreams of a better life. "Stay in your place," they said. "The world is cruel to those who dare too much." Arjun's spirit withered under the weight of despair, until one day, a wandering monk arrived, a man with a serene smile and eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. The monk was Siddhartha Gautama, who had renounced his princely life and attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, now known as the Buddha. Word of his wisdom had spread, and Arjun, desperate for hope, approached him as he rested by the village well. "Teacher," Arjun said, his voice trembling, "I am lost. My life is a cage of hardship. How do I find peace when all I know is struggle?" The Buddha looked at him with compassion. "Come with me," he said simply. Together, they walked to a nearby forest, where the Buddha pointed to a small sapling struggling to grow beneath the shadow of a massive banyan tree. "Tell me, Arjun," he asked, "will this sapling ever touch the sun?" Arjun frowned. "Not unless the banyan falls. Its shadow is too great." The Buddha nodded. "The shadow is like your suffering, a real burden, but not the whole story. The sapling's roots still seek water. Its leaves still turn to light. It does not surrender. You too must look beyond the shadow." Arjun stayed with the Buddha for days, listening as he taught the villagers. One evening, as they sat by a flickering fire, Arjun confessed, "I want to believe, but my anger and fear hold me back. How do I let go?" The Buddha picked up a handful of dry leaves and tossed them into the flames. "These leaves cling to the branch until the wind takes them," he said. "Your anger and fear are like that, part of you but not you. Watch them burn in the fire of awareness. See them for what they are, and they lose their power." Inspired, Arjun began to meditate under the Buddha's guidance. At first, his mind raced with memories of toil and bitter words from the elders. But slowly, he learned to observe his thoughts without being swept away. One morning, as the sun rose over the peaks, a quiet strength bloomed within him. He realized he could not change the past, but he could choose how to meet the present. When the Buddha prepared to leave, Arjun knelt before him. "You've given me a gift," he said. "But what do I do now?" "Act with purpose," the Buddha replied. "The sapling does not curse the shadow. It grows toward the light. Help your mother, tend your fields, and share what you've learned. Peace is not the absence of struggle, but the courage to rise within it." Arjun returned to his village transformed. He worked the fields with renewed vigor, built a small irrigation channel to improve the harvest, and began teaching the children mindfulness so they might face their own shadows. The elders grumbled at first, but even they softened as the village prospered. Years later, a traveler passing through remarked, "This place shines like a beacon." Arjun smiled, remembering the sapling. The Buddha had shown him that the light was always there. He only needed the courage to reach for it. This story reflects the Buddha's teachings on mindfulness, resilience, and the power of inner transformation. Timeless lessons that inspire us to find strength even in life's darkest moments.